Can we just get a moment of silence for all the cell phones that did not survive this movie? There were a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Will, and this is going to be my quick review for Bullet Train. This is directed by David Leitch and stars Brad Pitt, Zazie Beetz, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Hiroyuki Sanada, and so many more wonderful actors and actresses in this movie. Before I do jump into the review, I just want to say thank you for checking out this video. And if this happens to be your first time, maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you're into movies and other geeky things, and especially from a Bears perspective. I'd love to have you join me. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers this year. Can't get there without you. But let's talk about this awesome movie. So Bullet Train takes place on a bullet train and stars Brad Pitt as alias of Ladybug. He is a thief, and he is kind of getting back into the saddle and trying to get back into this life of larceny, basically, and is hired to retrieve a briefcase on a bullet train. But unbeknownst to him, he is surrounded by a whole bunch of different assassins, all with their own agendas, and it's crazy. It's a wild ride. It's a really fun movie. It is directed by David Leitch, who also directed Deadpool 2, Atomic Blonde, Nobody. He's a director, but he's also a stunt coordinator, so all of his movies are very heavily based in action set pieces, and being confined to just a single train provides surprisingly a lot of different unique interactions and encounters and opportunities for action and comedy, and it's really all well done. Brad Pitt is really funny. His character is very sort of calm and zen and kind of went through therapy, and he has this weird different outlook on the whole situation, unlike a lot of the other assassins who are very shoot shoot bang bang stabby stabby in the movie. There are a lot of different stories between the different characters that initially don't seem like they make sense or that they go together, but as the movie kind of develops, you start to realize the connective threads between each character and how it's very much more involved than just a simple smash and grab, which is very interesting to watch that sort of unfold. I really enjoyed the style of storytelling that they did in this movie too. It's very sort of quippy and kind of like quick cuts, and we get different backstories of different characters blended into the overall narration of the story really well. And some of the characters are just very off the wall. Like, I love the relationship between Aaron Taylor Johnson's character and Brian Tyree Henry character. They play Lemon and Tangerine. Everyone's got a code name, which is kind of a fun, unique way. It makes it a lot easier when you're trying to remember characters' names and motivations after watching this movie. I love the setting. I loved a lot of the action that happened in the movie as well. It's a really simple story that very much evolved into something a little bit more deep and complex. At least for me, that's how I sort of interpreted the movie. It plays with the idea of fate and destiny, but also plays with the concept of luck and, you know, rather being good or bad and things like that, and how all of these characters' narrative stories converge into this knockdown, drag-out fight at the end of the movie. And it's very entertaining. I didn't realize it was going to be that funny, but the trailers really sold me with sort of the style and how it incorporated different types of music to it. The entire movie being confined to this long bullet train as well. It didn't have to jump to all these different places, but we did, in terms of understanding where these characters are coming from, their relationships, and how they blend together. I thought it was really well done. It's not a super in-depth movie, like it's not going to make you think too much, but I do enjoy how they sort of played with the concept of fate and the concept of luck throughout the movie, and that was very apparent with Ladybug's interaction with all the different characters. It's got a lot of great action. It's got great humor in it as well. Some of the characters, I was surprised with how quickly they entered and exited the movie, which is a really interesting way of sort of playing with an audience expectations about the importance of certain characters, and how some of the characters really, it just was coincidence that they were there. Very fun. It's a lot of quick cut stuff. So if you don't like that sort of style of storytelling when it's with cutting between different scenes and characters and stuff, it might not click for you. And some of the narration was very non-linear storytelling too, where there are moments where we sort of kind of go back to like 10 minutes ago or earlier in that day, just to sort of kind of catch up on different things that are happening to provide some sort of further explanation of what is occurring on screen. So if you're more of a linear storytelling type person, you might not enjoy this sort of jumping around. I do, because that was one thing about Eternals, just to kind of throw a comic book reference in here. There's one thing about Eternals that I like, that it wasn't really just a linear story being told. It sort of did bounce around a little bit, but I never felt lost when watching Bullet Train like that. It did remind me a lot of Deadpool, and then when I realized David Leitch directed it, it makes total sense because he directed Deadpool 2. And also considering half of the people in this movie were also in Deadpool 2, sort of makes sense as well. It was a lot of fun. It was a really fun action movie. Great humor, great characters. I really enjoyed it. I do recommend checking out Bullet Train. It's about a little over 2 hours long, but it is very different, but it's a lot of fun. And it's actually got a good amount of heart involved with it as well. I mean, you do kind of root for Ladybug in the movie since he is the primary protagonist, but you also sort of get the motivations of the other characters on the train. It isn't just they're there to support his character arc. His character arc kind of is more of like not as important as everything else because he is kind of just thrown into this. Everyone else is kind of has a purpose for being there, but he was just kind of tossed into the situation. And his demeanor probably is one reason why he's able to survive most of the movie, is because he is able to kind of relax more, and that plays into the narration of his character going through therapy and coming out as more of a changed individual, and the relationship between him and his handler, who's portrayed by someone in the movie that I won't spoil, but you'll know who it is based off of their voice. I like their relationship in the movie. It's very, even though it's a professional thing, there is sort of a caring between the two. And it's just a lot of fun to see that interaction. And I just had a ball with the movie. I thought everyone did a fantastic job with their roles. Again, the way that the story is being told, the non-linear structure of it might be confusing for some people, but if you're into that sort of chaotic nature of a story being told, especially with the chaotic nature of all these different individuals with their different motivations and all being assassins and actually kind of good at what they do, it can seem discombobulating, but I enjoyed the crap out of it. I thought it was a lot of fun. That is just my overall thoughts on Bullet Train, so hopefully you'll check it out. It's definitely probably flying under a lot of people's radar. I recommend checking out Bullet Train. I had a blast with it. I definitely would like to see it again, but if you have checked out Bullet Train, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Try to keep it non-spoiler, but that is just my thoughts on Bullet Train. So again, let me know yours. And thank you so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you will check out the movie. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy this video, why not subscribe to the channel? Help me get to 500 subscribers, please. I try so hard. I would appreciate it. And hopefully if you enjoyed it, maybe give it a like, share it around the internet, all that fun stuff. You can follow me at a lot of different social media platforms listed at the end of this video. I do have a ton of videos on this channel that you are more than welcome to check out. Expect some new videos coming within the next couple of days. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, until next time, I will catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you did like this video, why not give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends? You can subscribe to the channel by clicking on my gorgeous little face right over there. You can follow me on all the various social media platforms right below. And last but certainly not least, if you've got a few extra minutes, why not check out one of the lovely videos floating right over here. Later.